What's up everyone, how's everyone doing today? Today we're gonna be pretty much reading scary stories off of Reddit. And I'm gonna be reacting to it. I'm gonna see what we get out of it. I don't really know. So, pretty much, let's get into it. So, when I clicked, the first story was the dog. I already had it open, but let's see what this is. The Reddit, the R Reddit, all the Reddits will be in the might be in the description. I don't know. You guys can see from the screen, but this one is from Let's Not Meet, and the title is "Thank God My Dog Woke Me Up." Have not read this. I literally just opened it. Hopefully, it's not that disturbing because I don't want to talk about a really disturbing topic. But let's see. Hi everyone, I finally decided to post what happened to me 4 years ago. English is not my first language. I originally posted it and Let's Not Meet French. Okay, alright, so it's gonna be disturbing. Okay, great. At that time, I was 17 years old, or 17 years. And I was living for a few years in a small house with my mom after my parents divorced 6 years ago. The house wasn't huge, but we had one floor with our bedrooms and a small garden. We also had a dog who isn't really scary, it's just one of those small dogs with a lot of hair. His biggest default is that he barks a lot during the day. Sometimes someone is close from the garden. That annoyed me and my neighbors a lot. It's important to notice that my dog never barks at night and always sleeps in my bed with me. Anyways, one night, in the middle of the night, I had a dream where I heard a constant dog barking in my dream. I felt like it lasted 1,000 years, but I think it only lasts for a few seconds. When I woke up from the nightmare, I'll just rephrase that. I didn't feel the weight of my dog on my feet. I felt like something was wrong, and then I realized my dog was actually barking and growling. I didn't understand what was happening. I just looked for my dog and saw him on the top of the stairs. His head turned toward the front door. The door opening the garage was actually on the side of the front door. Sure? I jumped out the bed and rushed to the top of the stairs where my dog was. There was the shadow of a man standing just at the bottom of the stairs next to the front door. I wasn't even able to shout. I just took my dog in my arms by reflex and ran toward my mom's room. My mom was just waking up. She takes medication to sleep, so it's very hard to wake her up. Thank God the door of her bedroom can be locked with a key. Even though I was shaking like hell, I locked the door. My mom understood what was happening when we heard the footsteps coming from the stairs. We froze in a corner of her bedroom, and then she grabbed her phone to call the police. While we were trying to reach the cops, the guy started shaking the door handle and then punching the door. After a moment, he stopped and the psycho laughed. That's when my mom had I think a good idea, shouting, "I called the police! Get out!" After a moment, we heard him going down the stairs, still laughing. We didn't dare to move until we heard the police officers. When they arrived, no one was there. In the living room on the table, there was a note where he wrote, "See you soon." That's how I translated it because the original was in French. They said later that apparently the guy that got in and out by my garage, which has a back door at the moment, we always let open. Immediately after that, we went living with my grandparents for a while and moved out in a new house a couple months later. We never heard of this guy again, but we also checked every door is locked before going to bed. Yes, I would too after that. Her very interesting story. And I had trouble to fall asleep ever since. For almost a year after I wait until it was 4 a.m. to go to sleep just to be sure he didn't find us and try to sneak into our house again. Or home again. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I don't know how to react to that. Ooh. Pretty much a guy broke into the house and was like, "I'm gonna come back for you. I'm gonna find you." Oh, Jesus Christ. Ooh, Let's Not Meet. That's literally a Let's Not Meet right there. Oh boy, that's a very interesting story. I see why it's on top of the Reddit page. That's really creepy. What are the comments actually? What are the comments? This is scary as hell. As you obviously learned from this experience, it does you no good to have the most secure front door on the planet if you leave another door unlocked. It may also be helpful to know that all doors should have deadbolts. Sure? Other types of locks are easier to break into. I hope you gave the little dog a well-earned special treat. Thank God the dog woke you up and didn't get hurt. That's very interesting. I'll just say that's a very interesting story. I actually like these. Okay, I didn't like I like the concept. You know, I'm definitely doing more of these. I don't know how often I'll do it, but you know, scary stories, ready to react. I'm actually enjoying the content, so why not? Alright, let's see the second one that's pretty much number 2. It's a long story, so this might be might be the last story, but this story was reposting creepy encounters, so it's gonna be very creepy. Good. Great. Oh boy. Disclaimers. I'm typing this on my phone. Sorry for the bad formatting. English is also not my first language, and this was the first post ever on Reddit, so bear with me. It's cool. Short background story. I'm 24, female, have been dating my boyfriend since I was 15. The first 6 years of our relationship was kind of long distance. I used to go visit him on the weekend, and it would take me around 2 hours by bus and train to reach the station where he would come pick me up. Okay, a 2-hour bus train ride. This story takes place when I was 18, so I was quite used to public transportation by then. I was aware of the creeps and weirdos one would encounter when traveling. Nothing really creepy had ever happened to me apart from the usual stares and unsolicited hello beautiful. Yeah, it happens. If you ever been to New York or pretty much any place, yeah, you see that often. If you've been to New York, you see that a lot. One Saturday morning, I got on the usual train for at least 15 to 20 minutes of my trip after traveling for the 1.5 hour bus. I always tend to I always tend to sit either close to other girls or to families with children. This one time, the train carriage was quite empty, so I sat across of a young guy with flamingos on his t-shirt and a laptop. I don't really remember who the other people in our carriage were. The seat just looked like the safest one. Shortly after the departure, another guy entered the carriage and sat down right next to me. He looked around 25 to 30 years old. He was wearing some dirty old clothes and he smelled like sweat and possibly booze. Okay, he was drunk. Awesome. He said hi and I said hi. As I wrote before, I was quite used to weirdos talking to me on buses and trains, so I didn't immediately feel like I was in danger. In my experience, it was usually better to engage on a short and meaningless conversation than ignoring them completely. Yes, kinda. Very iffy right there. He asked what my name was, and I made one up. Then he asked me why I was traveling all alone, and I said my boyfriend was waiting for me at the following station. I hoped this would be enough to make him deceased, but I was oh so wrong. He started yelling. He started telling me that he had just gotten a new phone and he had lost all his friends' numbers. He asked me to give him my number so he had someone to talk to at night. That is, yeah, WTF. That is weird. No, I politely declined. At that point, I had starting to feel very uncomfortable, but my stop was only 5 to 10 minutes away, and I still thought he was going to give up and leave. He insisted on me giving him my phone number, and he started getting closer to me. At this point, I stopped answering questions and looked in the opposite direction. This must have bothered him because he suddenly put his dirty hands on my thigh to get my attention. I was terrified, but I managed to utterly a shaky "don't touch me." Or, yeah. I wish I had yelled it, but I didn't, and no one in the carriage noticed what was going on. Not even the flamingo guy who was literally in front of us. Or maybe he did notice and didn't care at first. The guy didn't take his hand off, and I was petrified. I don't remember if he said something else at this point because I was focused on his hand on my jeans. I gained some more courage and managed to tell him to leave me alone in a slighter, louder voice. I guess some people started looking in our direction at the moment because he suddenly got up and left. I started crying for the relief as soon as he exited the carriage. The flamingo guy asked if I was okay and if I needed him to call someone. I said I was fine. I tried to call my boyfriend, but he didn't answer because he was driving to come pick me up. I thought it was over. The train started slowing down. I got up in order to get off. Little did I know that the creepy guy was most probably keeping an eye on me from the window of the carriage door after he left. I got off the train and started to look around, hoping to see my boyfriend, who would sometimes wait for me in the platform. At that point, I noticed that guy had stepped off the train as well. As soon as we made eye contact, he started walking toward me, and I felt my heart drop. I turned around and started walking quickly toward the stairs, hoping he would lose me in the crowd. As soon as I reached the underground corridor, I started running. I got to the other side of the tunnel. I ran up the stairs toward the restroom. I don't know why I didn't run to the main hall instead. I was panicking, and I just went for the first place that came to my mind. I locked myself in one of the cubicles, made sure it was closed, and then got up on the toilet so he couldn't see my feet. I was wearing a pair of quite recognizable boots. 20-30 seconds later, I heard someone coming in and hastily try all the door handles. Of course, it could have been anyone, but I'm convinced it was him. It just made no sense for anyone else to try to open all the doors like that. I remember feeling my heartbeat in my throat while I was waiting for him to leave. I remained still and silent for what felt like ages until I heard him walk away. At that point, I started crying again and finally managed to call my boyfriend and tell him I was locked into one of the toilet stalls. When he got there, I came out of the stall. I was shaking uncontrollably, but he somehow managed to calm me down. When we got out of the restroom, there was no sign of the guy, and I never saw him again. Looking back now, I know I was someone I should have reported him to the authorities, but I stupidly thought that they wouldn't believe me, or that they were going to shrug it off as not a big deal. After all, nothing really bad had happened on the train. I had no proof that it was him trying to open the door stalls. This experience made me avoid trains for a while, even though after some time I managed to overcome my fear. Please, creepy guy on the train, let's not ever meet again. That's what you call a creep. Because that is not okay. That is literally messed up. That is so messed up right there. Like, why? Like, Jesus Christ. Dude, that's just messed up. Like, even as a, like, I'm a dude, so I can't, like, say, how do I phrase this? As a dude, that's just really messed up, because that's messed up as anyone. Like, that's just messed up as anyone. Like, holy crap, that's just not cool. That is not cool at all. This is a big oof. Ugh. Oh, this is a very interesting. Let's do funny ones. Let's do funny ones that make me laugh. Because this creepy one, I might do it from time to time, but Jesus. Whew. But thank you everyone for watching this very interesting Reddit react to creepy stories. I hope you guys like it. And if you do, make sure to hit the like, make sure to hit the sub. I'm going to be doing more different Reddit videos. From my storytime videos to Reddit. I might have a couple of videos prepared every week. Different content, stuff from gaming content, because gaming content is fun, but you sometimes have to do these different content. But if you like the video, make sure to give a like, make sure to give the sub. Gift a sub, make sure to hit the sub, and ring the bell so you know when I upload. Because I do should be uploading regularly, aka every single day. But thank you so much. Peace, everyone.